Green New Deal 2.0 for 2024 focuses on accelerating the transition to 100% renewable energy by 2030, with an emphasis on justice and equity. This plan includes massive investments in renewable energy infrastructure, public transportation, and sustainable agriculture. Stein aims to create millions of green jobs while addressing environmental racism and ensuring that marginalized communities benefit from the transition. The plan also emphasizes climate resilience, preparing communities for the impacts of climate change through improved infrastructure and disaster preparedness. By focusing on renewable energy sources and sustainable practices, Stein's Green New Deal 2.0 seeks to combat climate change, stimulate the economy, and promote environmental justice. Universal healthcare. Stein continues to advocate for a single-payer healthcare system, promising universal coverage under Medicare for all. This proposal ensures comprehensive healthcare, including dental, vision, and mental health services, without out-of-pocket expenses. Stein argues that a single-payer system would reduce overall healthcare costs and improve public health by focusing on preventive care and addressing social determinants of health. By eliminating private insurance and streamlining administrative processes, she aims to make healthcare a right for every American. Stein's healthcare plan seeks to end disparities in access to care and ensure that all individuals receive the necessary medical attention, thereby improving health outcomes across the nation. Free public education and debt cancellation. Jill Stein pledges to make public higher education tuition-free and to cancel existing student debt. She proposes funding this initiative through taxes on Wall Street transactions, cuts to military spending, and higher taxes on the wealthy. Stein believes that education should be a public good and that student debt is a major barrier to economic mobility. By eliminating tuition fees at public universities, community colleges, and trade schools, Stein aims to make higher education accessible to all. Additionally, she plans to forgive existing student loans, alleviating the financial burden on millions of Americans and stimulating economic growth by freeing up disposable income. Living wage and workers' rights. Stein's platform includes a commitment to raising the federal minimum wage to $25 an hour and enhancing workers' rights. She advocates for paid sick leave, paid vacation, and family leave for all workers. Stein emphasizes the importance of supporting labor unions and protecting collective bargaining rights to achieve economic justice. Her job creation strategy is linked to the Green New Deal 2.0, which she argues will generate millions of jobs in renewable energy, infrastructure, and sustainable agriculture. By investing in these sectors, Stein aims to reduce unemployment and underemployment, ensuring that all workers can earn a fair wage and enjoy a decent standard of living. Criminal justice reform. Jill Stein calls for comprehensive criminal justice reform to end systemic racism, police violence, and mass incarceration. She advocates for demilitarizing the police, establishing civilian review boards for accountability, and implementing community policing. Stein supports ending the war on drugs by legalizing marijuana and decriminalizing other drugs, focusing on treatment and harm reduction instead. Her platform includes abolishing private prisons, ending mandatory minimum sentences, and making incarceration a last resort. Stein aims to address the root causes of crime, such as poverty and lack of education, by investing in communities and providing alternatives to incarceration. She emphasizes restorative justice practices to repair harm and promote healing for both victims and offenders. Economic justice and ending corporate welfare. Stein's economic policy promises to promote fair trade and end corporate welfare. She criticizes free trade agreements that harm workers, the environment, and local economies, proposing instead fair trade policies that prioritize human rights, labor standards, and environmental protections. Stein calls for ending subsidies and tax breaks for large corporations, particularly those in the fossil fuel industry. She proposes redirecting these funds to support small businesses, local economies, and sustainable industries. Her goal is to create a more equitable and just economy by ensuring that trade policies and government spending benefit the public rather than corporate interests. Housing as a human right. Jill Stein advocates for declaring housing a human right, aiming to address the homelessness crisis and ensure affordable housing for all. She proposes increasing federal funding for affordable housing projects, expanding rent control, and providing subsidies for low-income families. Stein also supports community land trusts and cooperative housing models to keep housing affordable and community-centred. By addressing the root causes of homelessness, such as economic inequality and lack of mental health services, Stein aims to provide stable, permanent housing solutions. Her housing policy seeks to ensure that every American has access to safe, affordable, and adequate housing, thereby improving overall quality of life and community well-being. Electoral Reform. Stein's platform includes comprehensive electoral reform to make the political system more democratic and fair. She advocates for ranked choice voting, public financing of elections, and the abolition of the Electoral College. Stein also supports measures to make voting easier, such as automatic voter registration, extended voting periods, and making Election Day a national holiday. Her reforms aim to reduce the influence of money in politics, increase voter participation, and ensure that every vote counts equally. By implementing these changes, Stein seeks to create a political system that truly represents the will of the people and enhances democratic governance.